Mark Cavendish was the fastest sprinter at the end of stage 11, and we're just here at the finish line. They're packing everything up behind us, but the news has really just come through that his lead-out man, Australian Mark Renshaw, has been disqualified for his actions in the final sprint. Kicked out of the race. Leo Schlink, News Limited journalist, what's your take on everything, mate?
It was an amazing finish, bittersweet for Cav and for Mark Renshaw at the end of the race. It's controversial, it's an amazing finish, dropped the head in a couple of times, squeezed up another rider, tour over for him after he's done such a brilliant job, and another chapter in the ordeals of the Australian riders on this tour.
Well, they'd already lost Adam Hansen earlier in the race with a crashing out and breaking his collarbone. Integral part of their lead-out train, and they were struggling a little bit since then with the loss of Hansen. Now they've lost Mark Renshaw. It's a huge blow to Mark Cavendish. Now I know that Renshaw was headbutting a New Zealand rider, Julian Dean, in the run into the finish, and the commissaires just don't like the look of anybody headbutting. It just doesn't come across very well on camera. I don't think it actually has much of effect on an opposing rider when you're trying to put the head into them, but yeah, it doesn't look very good. And then of course he put Tyler Farrar into the barrier, so perhaps it's the right thing, but very sadly missed to have another Aussie go out.
It was an ugly look, and when you look at it head on, particularly so, and at such high speed, they were really cranking, and when they really got moving that train, and then for Mark to do that, I guess some of his old, you know more about this than me, Scotty, his old track days coming back to haunt him a bit, and the commissaires had to do what they did.
Look, you're right there, Leo. It's one of those things. The track guys have so much experience and they can handle their bike so well. Certainly no issue for Mark Renshaw himself handling his bike in that manner, but as we said, it just doesn't look very good on television, and they don't like that sort of heavy-handed behaviour. Now, stage 12 of the Tour de France has a climb towards the finish, so the sprinters won't be involved there, so I guess HTC Columbia guys and Mark Cavendish won't have to worry about the loss of Mark Renshaw tomorrow, but in the days to come, it's going to be very interesting to see how Mark Cavendish and the HTC guys go without Aussie Renshaw.